bozos that's going overseas to sleep with women from third world countries because they don't know no better, right? They only know that you're American. They don't know that you're pro. As expected, she blocked my ass after I left a couple of comments on her Dusty page. But really, I want to know where these girls are getting their information from. We have been called poor, uneducated, can barely speak English, and now she's saying that girls from third world countries does not know any better? Like, where are you getting all of this? I've only seen one video of a white girl talking BS about girls from third world countries, but I've seen a lot of black girls talking BS about us, discriminating girls from poor countries. And you know what's funny? These are the people who's crying for racism and discrimination in the United States of fucking America. You don't want to get discriminated, but you discriminate another race? That's what you call self-entitlement.
Oh my goodness. Possible family, stop it right there, because this is exactly... I'm not going to just sit you to allow you...
May actually be a trigger for some of you because some people want you to sugarcoat it and put it on a spoon and pat them on the head and say, hey, this is going to be tough to take. This video may actually be a trigger for some of you because some people want you to... This video may actually be a trigger for some of you because some people want you...
Instamart is proud to offer highly reliable automation solutions from leading manufacturers such as...
At least I got a man is like deadass the dumbest rebuttal you could ever say to me ever, because I will eat you alive with that. What is a man to keep? Genuinely. Do you guys think getting a man is difficult? It's not. Keeping a man loyal? That's very hard. So what is there to be like jealous of? Y'all, like, it's like every time I give a girl advice, like genuine advice, it's like, oh, she's just jealous. Of what? The fact that he forgot your birthday? The fact that you still go 50-50 on bills? The fact that he actually broke in real life? The fact that you have to go through his phone every single night because you don't trust him but you love him? You're enslaved to a man who doesn't love you? Jealous of what? At least I have free will, ho. Why would I be jealous of a responsibility? He didn't do one thing that you asked him to today.
So she spoke about how...
So this is part 2 in the video that I did before about what the recent happenings with the passport bro, I guess you can say community. I'll call it a community at this point. what that would entail for foreign black people, such as myself. But I mentioned the men. I was more focused on the men. Now, what this means for the women now is what I want to focus on. While I haven't heard of any attacks being made on foreign women, who maybe visit here, who maybe are here for business, maybe here, maybe even visiting other parts of their, like visiting family who maybe decided to migrate here. Okay. I haven't heard anything in regards to attacks on them, but I think that's the road we're going to be going down very soon. And what I mean by that is that the same, like, hollering Keishas, and maybe even in certain situations Casper Karen, are going to start taking their frustrations out on these women. And the thing is you see it a lot on TikTok, the comments left by these Keishas who, again, I do my best to try to sit down and make sense of it all. I try to make sense. I try to analyze everything. I try to sit down and think like, okay, this is happening due to I want to say a reason. I try to do the reasoning. I really try to reason, but when I really analyze the situation and everything kind of comes full surface, there is no reason. Because when you look at the situation is that, number one, these are the men that you claim, quote unquote, don't desire. Okay? These are the non-select men that you don't desire, that are leaving, that are deciding to explore their options abroad. Number two, you should be happy that they're leaving. You should be happy that they don't want to approach you, or that they don't care for you, because that would leave more Pookie, Ray Ray, and Tyrone type of men for your choosing, since those are the only ones you guys are attracted to. And Chad, when it comes to Casper Karen, and Miguel when it comes to Malicious Maria, and then Lee when it comes to licentious Ling Ling, who bought into these systems. Now, I'm only speaking to the foreign women who have not adopted the Western mindset of women. As a matter of fact, I was just on a comment section on Instagram, and they're actually filming a movie in Ghana called My Vacation, or Girls Trip. They're actually filming a new movie called Girls Trip. And so one of the comments was Ghana is the new Dubai for Black Americans. And so I put, so you're trying to bring degenerate 304 masculine women culture there too then? And most of the outcry of that comment came from African women who became brainwashed into being American westernized women. As a matter of fact, the woman who gave me the biggest outcry was another Fulani woman who is from Senegal, but she joined the military, and the U.S. military. And when I said I bet you don't even pray, and I bet your body count goes up to the heavens. She had no rebuttal for that, which lets me know that I was right in that assessment, because she did not rebuttal me once. The only thing that she rebutted me for is smoking weed. She said she could not smoke weed because she was in the military. But, you know, we know what goes on with females in the United States military. So, again, that just shows more to my point of what I was saying. Then another incident happened that it showed that, I don't know what the incident was about, but it showed two Keishas, and unfortunately, one of the Keishas was I guess you can say a East African Keisha-ized. I'm gonna say that Keisha-ized woman, who for whatever reason they decided to slash the face of an airline worker. So what I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying all of this is, number one, it goes back to my point. Number one, why are you upset that men are going elsewhere? That they're out of your hair. Number two, why are you getting violent, okay, towards these men? And number three, why are you having backlash towards the women of these men, when those women they didn't do anything to you, and they don't even care about you? They're not even thinking about you. That's the thing. These foreign women are not even thinking about you. These foreign women have their own lives. These foreign women have other things that are going for them. They're not even thinking about you. So why do you have this outlash and this and why do you have this outlash, like this backlash to these women who are not even doing anything to you? Okay? That's the thing. I hate to say it. I really hate to say this. Okay? I really, really hate to say this. But me personally, I don't find black American women desirable at all. Okay? I don't find them desirable. I don't even want to be around them. I have nothing to do with them. But I have nothing to do with any American women, okay? Whether it be masculine Monique, whether it be Casper Karen, whether it be which one we'll call it, Malicious Maria, whether it be Licentious Lingling, no matter who it is, whether it be which one we'll call it, even whether it be even Hellish Halima, I have no desire for them whatsoever. Okay. Now, I don't know why that is. It could be that, and I'm not speaking for Allah. I will never speak for Allah, but maybe Allah just cleaned my heart completely of desire for these women. You know, maybe He did that, because I have there's not a single solitary like ounce in my body that says I want to be and get with these women. You know, yeah, sometimes you're gonna, like, physically you're gonna look at them, like sometimes physically they're cool to look at. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but when it comes to starting something very long term, or starting something that is very serious, I have no desire whatsoever. But my thing is this, and I don't think women really tune into this channel like that. But what is going to need to happen for the foreign women who are visiting the United States and who do have maybe a heavy accent, I recommend protection. Because what I expect to happen from these Keishas and these Casper Karens as well, and other groups of women, I expect them to take their anger about their plight and the plight that is to come for them. I expect them to take that out on you guys. So I'm just saying that, you know, because I be on TikTok. I'm not going to say I use it all day long, but I'm on TikTok and I read the comments, okay? I see the comments, what these women are leaving, okay? What these Keishas are leaving, what these Casper Karens are leaving. I see the comments that they leave, okay, and they're not pleasant comments whatsoever. So that's what I'm saying, that you guys need to be on guard when it comes to these women, okay? That is what I'm saying. You really need to be on guard, okay? Because they're mad that they're not getting chosen and that you guys are getting chosen, provided that you don't adopt their same mentality. Now, there was a story, actually, and you saw the outrage with it. I know a Gambian brother who, decided that, for whatever reason, he decided that it would be better for him to, it would be better for him, because the thing is about this Gambian brother that I know, okay, he was like a real stand-up dude, okay? He was a stand-up dude. Very stand-up Gambian guy that I know. All right, he was actually he was actually married to he was married to a Black American woman. Okay, he was married to a Black American woman at a time. He was married to one. All right, and I told him that was a big mistake. I even let him know that this was a mistake that you made, right? Because I warned him, but he was just, I guess, looking at the religious aspect more than the cultural aspect. That's the thing. That's what he was looking at. He was looking more. He was more so looking at the religious aspect more than a cultural aspect. So what happened was that it didn't work out, and she put him through hell. She put him through hell, and that was that. But lo and behold, he was a select type. He's a select type for sure. That dude, select type for sure, right? Idris Elba type. But the problem is that even though he's Idris Elba type, the American B-dubs hated him and antagonized him very much, even when he was trying to show his allegiance by giving one of them a chance, right? Even though he was trying to show allegiance by actually marrying one. And granted, he even went against the grain of his family's wishes about marrying one of them. Okay? And many people may think that I have like xenophobia and things like that. Many people have even on that comment on Instagram, they called me xenophobic, right? Now, the thing is that what they fail to realize is I'm against the mentality and the cultural which they are trying to export to these different places. And it's not only Keisha who is exporting it. Karen has different ways of exporting it. And so if you think that I'm not against Karen for doing so, then you're foolish. You are very, very foolish to think that, like, I'm not against this. I'm against all of them, right? But it just seems like due to the popular hip hop culture and and that kind of element, that these are the ones that are in the forefront of it all. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that Casper Karen ain't doing it too. It doesn't mean that Malicious Maria ain't doing it too. What it means is that they're just doing it, but they're doing it in a different, subtle way. Okay? But they're still doing it. That's the whole point. Now, back to the story. Since this guy was select guy, he was a select guy, okay? There was an Afghan woman who really found him very attractive, who really could not stop thinking about him, okay? He had no idea. He was not really thinking about marriage at the time. He wasn't thinking about it. He was thinking about other things. But what happened is that woman wanted to marry him, and they got married. Once the marriage was completed, the backlash didn't come from Afghan people. The backlash came from the backlash came from the backlash came from American B-dubs. It didn't even come from African women. It came from American B-dubs. So, with that being said, he has had to escalate his way of doing things because he fears that she may be in the crosshair of these wicked women. And my problem is, and I'm going to end on this note. I'm going to end on two notes. I'm actually reading another book right now called The Afghanistan Papers. And what that highlights is just how fake the whole war was and how bad their intentions were in the first place. Do you know that in this war, and I hate to say that what we're in right now is a gender war. I really hate to say it. Many people think I have hatred in my heart. Many people think these things, right? But the bottom line is I'm just speaking because of the reality that we're in. If the reality was different, then of course I would speak different. But the thing is we're not in a different reality right now. So the thing is that you have to move with strategy in this gender war that the female, the Western woman has started. Now, in this book, it actually says, astoundingly, commanding generals admitted that they had tried to fight the war without a functional strategy. So in essence, Americans went into that war like with chicken with their heads cut off, basically. And so that's what these hyenas are doing as well. They have no functional strategy. When something becomes, they don't act, they react. That's what needs to be told, is that they don't act, they react, okay? I'll give you an example and I'll end on this note. There was a room in Clubhouse with this Algerian simp, okay? This Algerian simp who was trying to keep guys from going to Algeria to maybe seeking out modest wives. But on the flip side, this dude was capping for black American women crazy, simping and stuff like that. You had the black American woman saying, I'm Team Algeria all day, I'm Team Algeria all day, not knowing some of the anti-blackness which is in their culture. Okay? So that's why I say that these women have no functional strategy. And that as men, it's your, and especially as like men who push the line that I push, it's your job to have a functional strategy. Okay? By the way, this sweater right here that I'm wearing, this was sent to me by a woman in Turkmenistan. Okay? So I'm telling you that although I may not talk much about what, in terms of like what my prospects are, all of my prospects are abroad. Okay? And so what these women, what it makes women think is that I'm not part of the selection, but the reality is I'm not part of their selection. And so that's how it has to be for all of us who decide to take this difficult path that is less traveled than the path that Pookie, Ray Ray, Tyrone, and that even Carlton attempts to travel sometime, and resulting in him becoming a simp and becoming a simp enforcer at times. But with that being said, my last message is to the foreign women, is tread lightly in America, because hate can happen even more amongst these Keishas. And with that being said, Foolish signing out. SYSMB. Save yourself, Muslim brother. Let's try to spread this SYSMB too. I know it's like kind of crazy to try to spread this, but we have to spread SYSMB because there are Muslim brothers who unfortunately don't hold the ranks good enough and end up marrying these non-Muslim combative Keishas and these non-Muslims combative Karens. They end up doing that. And we got to put a stop to this. Okay?